Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me try and deal with those who came here to do nothing other than grandstand and make strange statements. You know, the Honourable Reddy talks about selling out. There is no one who has politically sold out more than that man. He has joined 4 political parties, including the DA, and now he finds himself in camouflage. He has sold out one political party after another, and he will sell out the MK as well. And let me say, I'm glad that the Honourable Reddy has finally admitted that they are the shop stewards of the construction mafia. That's exactly what he said today. And even when you go to people who have been arrested for extortion activities, do you know what shirts people are wearing outside in support of them? MK shirts. Because the construction mafia and the MK are one and the same thing. And I understand why MK does not want to see transparency in tender processes. They hate the idea of getting value for money. They would rather have black rural communities suffer because projects cannot be completed on time than ensure that they are completed on time due to infrastructure being delivered from transparent processes. You know, there is a party that understands and recognizes failed infrastructure projects, and that's the EFF. You'll recall On Point Engineering, a company that was linked to the previous or to the leader of the EFF that couldn't deliver a project in Limpopo. And talking of dysfunctional and power struggles within a political party, they know what that looks like. Mass exoduses of their own leaders. Their own members
don't have anything to say, just finish, man. Just leave the podium.
In their own house, they were doing it. They plotted and formed this party while they were sitting at the dinner table.
When I just finish what you have written, when I
take your seat for a moment there.
House Chair.
Honourable members to my left, I can only take order. I can only take one point at a time. Honourable Montana.
House Chair, is the Honourable Minister willing to take a question?
Honourable Minister, are you prepared to take a question at this time? Honourable Minister indicates no. Please take your seat. Honourable Minister, please continue.
Thank you.
Honourable Minister,
House Chair,
please just take your seat. Honourable Mahotwe, please don't unmute and speak. If you do want to be recognized, please raise your hand and I will be alerted by the table staff. For now, I'm recognizing the Honourable Reddy in the House.
Thank you.
But Chair, I'm here. Recognize me. And why you have a problem with me now?
Honourable Mahotwe, my apologies, Honourable Reddy. Honourable Mahotwe, I've just now indicated to you, please do not unmute and speak. Whilst we're back in the hybrid, it makes it very unmanageable. Please use the virtual hand raise function.
I did, House Chair. I did.
Thank you. Then I will get to you. Thank you. Honourable Reddy, please proceed.
Acting Speaker, the Minister is proving that he knows nothing about the department. He's not answering the
Honourable Reddy, that's not a point of order.
He's not raising pertinent issues here.
No.
He's personalizing, playing the ball and not the man.
Honourable Reddy, thank you. Please take your seat.
So you need to rule that he needs to keep
Honourable Reddy,
points that were raised by us. Answer issues. He makes allegations that MK is
take your seat now.
It's a serious allegation.
Please,
he must substantiate.
I'm going to give you another opportunity to take your seat. Honourable members, the rules clearly state that when we interrupt a speaker at the podium, it's either to request whether the speaker is prepared to take a question or to rise on a point of order. Honourable Reddy, what you now attempted to do is to react to the points the Minister is making in response to your speech, and that's not permissible. Please don't do that again. Honourable Mahotwe on the virtual platform.
Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, I want to bring to your attention 2 issues. One, that not so knowledgeable Minister is casting aspersions on the person of the Commander-in-Chief and the President of the EFF, Honourable Malem. That is completely out of order. When he has got an issue, he must bring a substantive motion. That's one. He wouldn't know because he's just clueless generally about all the matters. 1. 2, that matter that he's talking about is a matter that was ventilated in court. And the Commander-in-Chief was cleared from that. So let's educate him
Yeah.
to know before he comes there and waste our time.
Okay,
He's
Honorable
supposed to be
Mahotwe.
responding to questions, not to
Honorable
be saying
Mahotwe.
wrong things, misleading this house. He must
Thank
be
you,
rude.
Honorable
Order,
Mahotwe.
withdraw, House Chair, please. He must withdraw.
Honorable Mahotwe, thank you. On your first point, I will look at the Hansard and see whether the minister has cast aspersions on the leader of the EFF, and then I will make a ruling. On your second point, that is once again an attempt to insert yourself in the debate, which you please must also refrain from. Honorable Minister, please continue.
Thank you very much, House Chair. Because the truth of the matter is, with every project and every rand that is spent on infrastructure, the EFF only considers what's in it for us, not what's in it for South Africa. House Chairperson, there was a bizarre speech given by Action SA here today that the Honorable Kobe said that the only contribution that we offered was flowery words, and yet she didn't offer a single contribution. But let's look at her party's contribution to infrastructure. In Action SA's coalition with the EFF in Johannesburg, they cannot fix a single thing in Johannesburg. Bree Street, water cuts in Johannesburg and now Tshwane. She clearly didn't listen to a single thing that I said, including transparency and tendering. But that's the problem when you come up here to—
Order, honorable members.
You actually don't listen
Honorable
to what is being
members.
said before you.
Honorable Minister, just one moment. Order. Order. Honorable members, it's perfectly permissible in terms of a lively debate to interject. But what we now have is a drowning out of the minister. The minister listened to all of the party responses and he now has a right to respond. Order. Honorable members. Honorable members, we can't have that. Please be orderly. Honorable member, I will now, if the minister is again drowned out, start identifying members who are acting in a grossly disorderly manner. Please give the minister an opportunity to respond. Minister, please continue.
Thank you very much. So I would really encourage the Honorable Kobe to, instead of just reading her speech, listen to what has been said and respond accordingly. Honorable Zibi, let me say that indeed you start an interesting conversation because this department must be held accountable for only what is within its responsibility. And unfortunately, the projects that you stated are not within our responsibility, but it's what we want to start getting involved in. We want to see a central focus of infrastructure planning within the country so that those projects can be delivered on time and on budget, and to use Infrastructure South Africa as that central point. House Chairperson, infrastructure, when it is done correctly, changes people's lives, it grows the economy, and it creates jobs. And I want to use two examples of where one is done correctly and where one is done incorrectly. If you look at infrastructure development and spending and prioritization within the Western Cape, you see the years of investment and prioritizing and spending on infrastructure led to an increase in 75,000 jobs within the last quarter, 75,000 jobs. But when you benchmark that against Gauteng, which has now become a wasteland for infrastructure development, where they cannot even fix a street in Bree Street after 1 year, it is because they don't care about infrastructure development. And that is where we are going to intervene. We are going to start intervening in provinces like Gauteng that cannot deliver infrastructure, cannot build infrastructure, and cannot fix the most basic of things like water, like roads, and to ensure that the electricity stays on. But we also have to recognize that when
Order,
parties
honorable
like the
members.
Thank you. We have to recognize that when parties like the EFF and Action SA get together in local government, it has devastating consequences for the electorate. So we will act without fear and favor, and we will ensure that we continue to turn South Africa into a construction site. I thank you so much.